today on Swift Waters.
Welcome to Swift Waters. I'm Sean Gibbons.
And I'm Connie.
And today's episode, we've got two different locations. They're both walk-ins, and they are just really cool. They're both public access. The first one is about a 2-mile walk-in. Even though it's such a distance, the guys around the area have found out that the birds tuck back in 2 specific ponds, and we're here to scout out where those little locations outside of that those birds are hiding because they're getting bumped out of that main area.
And the second location is in southeastern Wisconsin, and it's an area I can access with the canoe. And I launch it, go out there, paddle out in the morning, and get ready for that morning flight. It's really sweet.
So stay tuned. We've got a little segment on tips and tricks, but you're going to enjoy this episode.
The Peat Dryer is a clever device designed to effectively remove sweat, wet, and odor from footwear and gear. It dries without deteriorating the materials and without using an undue amount of energy. Peat dryers are safe for use on leather, canvas, rubber, vinyl, cloth, plastic, and all modern fabrics. Peat effectively delivers on its promise to eliminate wetness, perspiration, and odor. When you need a dependable dryer, turn to Peat Dryer. Check out Peat's fantastic product line today at peatdryer.com. Products that work, we guarantee it. Swift Waters would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support: Beaver Tail, McMiller Sports Center, Gammo, Swift Waters would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support: Thermacell, IGOGS, Manzella.
We're going to walk into a nice early goose hunt. It's early September right now, and you know, this spot is just going to be fantastic. We scouted it out. I know there's ducks in there, and this time of the season we just know there's going to be some geese as well. So as we walk in, we look for a couple different areas. It's early morning, and as we come walking in there, and there's ducks.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and they are just puddling around, you know. So right away, I just get goosebumps, you know. I start looking around, I get all jazzed up. We decided, let's take a walk up to the left of us and try to see if we can't get in. So we get ourselves relocated, and literally we just set down our gear bag, and all of a sudden we hear the honks, you know. Yeah. They're coming off to the left. You know, I run around to the point, and I'm out, I'm just out in broad daylight. I pull up, crack a couple off,
and
yep,
lo and behold,
I got it. I made connection. So Chloe and I buckle down, look at Connie, and say, we're going retrieving this thing. And it's out straight across the marsh, and yep, it's probably a 300-yard walk. Now, kind of cool, Chloe's first bird. You know, and of course it's got to be a goose that's just as big as her, because she's still a pup. I mean, she's barely tipping 8 months now. So, you know, so she gets up to it and she bumps against this thing. She doesn't even know what to do with it. It is literally as big as her body. She's swimming around, so I grab it. I'm looking around. I'm thinking, oh man, yep, now we got the goose.
Got to get himself back out of there.
Right. I look back at Connie. She's plus 300 yards away. She's going to take the direct line back to the truck. You know, we trudge through. I just have to stop, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. I'm about ready to pass out. What do? I lay down in the grass, real tall reeds around me. I'm talking to Connie on the cell phone because I don't really know where she's at. I look up and she's like, bang, bang, you know, look over your head, here comes the bird. And I feel like I'm an ice fisherman looking down a hole because I got all reeds around me. And sure enough, there goes the bird right over top of me. Anyway, I get up, meet up with her. You know, she's concerned about my health at this point.
Yeah, he needed water.
So we got a little bit of hydration and headed back out to the road. And I think we wrapped things up by 11 o'clock or so. Mm-hmm. Just in time to get back in the truck, literally in the truck, change to leave to go to work. So yeah, it was a great day, just fantastic day.
Today we think we have this great hunting spot. It's actually a 2-mile walk-in to an area we have scouted. We know there's ducks here. You know, it's dark. We're tromping through the marsh, and lo and behold, we got headlights behind us. We hear voices in front of us. As becomes daylight, there's hunters everywhere.
So out of just sheer frustration, we wrap it up. You know, it's 9 o'clock and we're done.
Yep.
There are people everywhere. It's like your favorite hunt or favorite fishing spot. Tell them general areas. Don't tell them you live.
There's valleys.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm all. And,
So we'll see what happens today.
yeah,
Hopefully
we will.
we get shooting, otherwise, plan B, here we go.
Plan B, here we come. We already have that in play, actually. We're thinking where's our next spot. So this one, as far as being on the list, it's off.
Yeah,
We're
we're at
done.
the very bottom of the list
We're
because
done.
we probably won't come out here again.
Yeah, all right. Let's get at least a little bit of hunting in here.
Okay. Duck down.
That's right. We'll bag something here. I know.
It's not our style of hunting. We don't like to hunt around big, vast quantities of people in front of us, behind us, to the side of us. We like to get tucked away back in no man's land, so this just isn't our style of hunting. So Sean and I decided to pack it up and head on out.
So, and to be done out there is, you know, packing everything up and humping out for another 2 hours. But hey, it was still a great morning, and then we chalked this one off the list.
Swift Waters would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support: Smart Targets, 511, Tangle Free, Swift Waters would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support: Mud Buddy, Lacrosse Footwear.
Okay, for this tips and trick, we're going to focus on actually preparing what you've taken out in the field for the table. What we'll end up doing is putting the heat up as high as we can on the bottom of the cast iron, some olive oil in it, take the meat and actually start searing it. So I'll take the full mallards, drop them in, about 2 to 3 minutes, flip them, 2 to 3 minutes again, just to get the skin nice and brown. Start dropping in the breast, the snow goose breast, same type of thing. Then I move right into the bacon and throw the onions in. We let all of that cook to where it starts cooking the bacon down. We pull the meat back out, then we reinsert both the mallards as well as the snow geese, and then we start going through all the vegetables and adding those in. Each of them are proportioned as pretty simple. It's 1 cup size for each one of the vegetables that we put in. We simply fill it up about 3/4 way with water, place the lid back on the pan, put it in the oven. During the cooking process, what I'll usually do is 2 or 3 times is just pull the pan out of the oven just to check the water level to make sure it stays very moist. Outside of that, at the end of 4.5 hours, literally pull the lid off. The mallards are still whole, so you got an option at this point. You can either pull them out, debone them, put the meat back in, or just take the mallard breasts or the mallards themselves, put them on a plate, and you can serve those separately. That's our tips and tricks for this week. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, so mid-November, Chloe and I thought we'd go out for a hunt. Didn't get up at, the crack of dawn. We wanted some daylight before we headed on out.
Well, Chloe and I found a river. It's not froze up. Southeastern Wisconsin. DNR managed land around it, all state property. So we thought we're going to do a walkabout up this river. There's a little bit of ice here versus the last time I was here, which was last weekend. That curve up there doesn't seem to have as much ice, which is a little bit more open. I'm thinking it's possibility a better location to throw some decoys.
Took my small bag of deeks. They're the latex plastic ones because I don't want a lot of weight when I walk on in this set. So threw the decoys out and we're waiting and pretty soon on down the ways a little bit, I see a flock and they're swimming down the river. I have to try to control Chloe because she's all rambunctious but doesn't yet know what's going on. So I kind of keep her to the side of me and keep her quiet, and pretty soon, oh yeah, here they are. And I'm waiting for them to come closer, and then pretty soon, I always remember Sean saying, pick one out and shoot. Don't shoot at the flock. So sure enough, draw my gun up and shoot. I got it down, but it's not totally, down dead, I don't think. So I'm on the move and scurrying around the edge of it, and sure enough, we come across it. got my greenhead. I was super excited.
Oh yeah. Miss Connie and Chloe, come here, girl. Got one greenhead down so far.
Later on down the day, we scurried the edge of the river and not sure because I kept watching and they were landing further on down and I wanted to be there. So we packed our stuff up and kept moving on down the river and didn't really end up with anything else. Seen some, did an army crawl under some trees set up, and I don't know if they seen me or not, but never had the opportunity to shoot again the rest of that day, but we had an awesome hunt, so I was super excited.
We both got the day off. About midpoint of the day, you know, it is cold out. This is one of those days that's either zero with a high wind chill, and what we're looking for at this point is some fast moving water, and specifically because everything else is locked up
it's
hard.
Frozen.
So we hit this little creek. So what do? We get out of the truck and we kind of hit down the back trail to hit 2-3 bends up. We get 3/4 of the way in. Connie's in front of me. And I'm a little taller, right? So sometimes
you can see him swimming down the river. I don't know, and he says, "Get down low. Let's start the army crawl."
Yeah, peeking up, I got line of sight, and there's birds in front of us, and she's going by the blind. So you know, I'm like right, left, and you know, we get up as close as we can, and we bump them inadvertently. You know, as that goes, we bump them. So pull up, boom. We were fortunate enough to get a greenhead down. Beautiful bird. It lands on the other side of the creek.
I got a line sight on it and navigate us over there.
Yeah. So we, you know, head right over, grab the bird up, and you know, it's a great morning.
It turned out to be a great, you know, hunt. We did a little bit after that. Didn't happen to get anything, but we were successful. It was a successful hunt.
Well, here we are out at one of our favorite spots. This spot has really done us well. As you can tell, it's some fast-moving water. We've been hunting it on and off for a couple different reasons. One, just out of sheer convenience. You know, we can get out here in a very short order. It's very minimal to walk into it with gear, and there's generally birds. You know, we've had a cold season towards the end of it.
We did.
And we do. We search for some fast-moving water. It's kind of a low pressure from other hunters. So it's been a really good spot for us, and this is the last day.
This is our last day of our season here in Wisconsin.
So we thought we'd treat ourselves to come back out to the location and see if we can't put one more down, you know, for the season.
Come on, bring on the duck. It's the last day. I'm gonna light up my gun.
The temperature's just still maintained. It's bitterly cold, but look, the water's still moving.
And no ducks today, but it was a great day to be out.
Well, this wraps up our Wisconsin season, so you know, there's nothing better than coming out to one of your local spots that you can just enjoy it. It was a great year.
We had a great season. We're happy, and we'll be out here again next year.
Swiftwaters would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support: Big Al's Decoys, Bug Band, Swiftwaters would like to thank the following sponsors for their generous support: Lodge, Waterfowl Wading Systems by Caddis.
So today we're putting the canoe out so Connie can get out in the water next weekend. I'm going to be out of town. She's going to do the opening weekend right here.
So it's a really cool location. It's back in a private little marsh that we have access to, and we're going to put the canoe in. Wow is all I can say. It's a great morning. It's early morning. It's still dark. I'm getting in the canoe, pushing it off.
Good morning. I got 2 minutes before opening, probably 1. I hear nothing has really flown out. Some teal have flown by, but it's pretty exciting. No wind today, but 34 degrees. A little bit chilly, frost on the canoe this morning. So I'm ready to go.
The wood ducks, morning starts, wood ducks start flying and miss a couple of them. I shoot behind them. Oh, and then all of a sudden, yes, I get one down. I'm really excited. I see the duck go down, but don't quite think that it's a dead kill. So I give it another shot and I see it there. But yet I feel there's still more ducks out in the back area. So I'm gonna hang tight here for a little bit longer, hoping to get another flock up. I still hear them whistling in the background, so I know they all haven't left yet. So just gonna give it a little bit longer, probably sit for another half hour, and then once it becomes light, you know, basically they're all gone. So then I'll go retrieve my duck.
I got 2 ducks down. Pretty cool. Lots of wood ducks in here. I shot and they all flew the other direction, so that's what it is. Little pothole.
The morning progresses and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go navigate, get my wood duck, and can't find it, searching, and there it is. Oh, super excited. This is my duck.
Had the opportunity to eat a few more. I think I stopped behind them. That's okay. I gotta go.
Guys are at a different location, but I still was successful. Any morning I can get out and do a morning hunt. Absolutely beautiful.
As you guys know, it holds a bunch of birds, and once you let that first round off, you're pretty well committing that it's shooting time. And they got up. And a lot of them obviously go the other route out of here, but we had quite a few that came over top of us. And we got one volley, right, and then I just took a shot behind us here that were up over my left shoulder, and I'm a left-handed shooter. That's a tough angle. But regardless, if I want to pull the trigger, I should be on them. And I kind of thought I was, but they didn't go down. That's it. Right there. Right in front of that piece of grass. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Still swimming. Ready?
Oh, still up there.
Okay.
Isn't his head up there? Or yellow trees are like right there.
Yeah.
Right there's where that log in the ground is at. That's why I sit.
Okay.
I'm trying to see that one dead log.
Right.
That's it right there. There's all the ducks.
They like that corner right there.
Great morning hunt.
Today, it's going to be an exciting day. We're going to go retrieve the canoe that's frozen.
It's frozen. So as you know, we've been hitting it hard on some fast-moving water. This location is it's a marsh, and that thing's locked in. So it's time to dig it out and bring it back to the house, put it in a pole barn, and it's done for the season.
So we come to where the canoe is and struggle.
Yeah,
pull it back off.
So we got to get it out of the ice because there's a bottom of it. You know, we tried to run it up on some runners to keep it out of the water, but of course it's always frozen a bit. We dig it out, we push it backwards into the marsh a bit, and of course right along the shoreline she busts out.
A little bit of
goo
soft.
and, you know, and 10 degrees worth of weather and slopping it around, but muscle around it. The object is to get it on the ice with us on the ice so we can push it.
push and pull.
300 yards to push this baby to where our launch per se is to be able to get it out of this thing. So we push it on down, get it to the spot where we gotta get the ATV and get the trailer down there. Now keep in mind this is no public launch whatsoever. It's drag it back through the cattails up to the ATV
and lift it up out of the marsh or in the frozen and onto the trailer.
Put it on the trailer, lock it down, and get it back up to the pole barn. So, yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so this is the end of the season for this location. Obviously, it's froze up, canoe's out, so it was a successful season here on this location for us. So we had a great time, and we'll be back here next year.
Hey, thanks a lot for watching us. You know, the 2 spots in the southwestern part of Wisconsin really turned out great. We went out and did some scouting early on. I took Alex out with me. Brutal walk, hot, you know, midsummer type of situation, but it paid off because we ended up going upstream, as you saw. When the temperatures drop, you know, the old saying is find rapid moving water.
And you'll find ducks.
Yeah, they're always pretty concentrated. So, you know, and that worked out well. The other spot?
Oh, it's great. You know, we got permission, knocked on the door, got permission, land access to keep the canoe there. It's a place I can go, don't have to walk in, get a little bit of early morning paddling, get set up for that early morning flight, and it was great. Got some good shots, got some ducks, sometimes nothing, but it's just opportunity to get out there and get that hunt in.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. You know, stay tuned for next week.
Follow us on Facebook
And
try to keep up.
Swiftwaters would like to thank Garmin for their generous support. Check out their full product line at Garmin.com. On the next episode of Swiftwaters.